The following program is a real estate and mortgage show and does not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Reality Radio 101, its advertisers and sponsors, or its listening audience. Listener discretion is advised. Good morning and welcome to Your Home, Your Money with your hosts, Randy, Jackie, and Anthony, right here on Reality Radio 101. To get on board right now, send us an email. Our email address is yourhomeyourmoney101 at gmail.com. And now, ladies and gentlemen, right to your hosts of Your Home, Your Money, Randy, Jackie, and Anthony.
Yo!
Good morning, everyone. And right off the bat, happy Remembrance Day. And I want to dedicate this show to all those fine veteran soldiers, everybody that made it possible for us to even be here and have freedom today and do this show. And a lot of them gave their lives to the cause. I mean, I'm sure we all have family. I have a great uncle that was in World War II that didn't make it back home. But I'm sure that in some way or other, today affects a lot of Canadians and other people around the world. We couldn't get into our building today because we have the great opportunity to our office to almost be across from one of the stations here in Oshawa. So the parade, we had to walk to the office this morning. I had to go find somewhere to park way down the street and walk. And I was smiling ear to ear. I think everybody else was taking photos, and there were so many tanks, so many cool vehicles, and it is cold out there. And these guys, you can see they're cold and they're walking and they're braving everything. And it's just amazing. And I kind of got lost track of time because I was out on the street and I was smiling and waving at everybody. And it was just so nice to see. And I know myself, I am so thankful for all of those people that were involved in any way. Nurses, doctors, people that gave shelter, whatever, even the animals. Let's not forget the animals and the parts that they played in the war. Some of them, there was stray dogs, cats, and they took them on on their base. They cared for them, and they had a little bit of comfort through the animals. And if you go back and you look at photos, you can see some photos with the older veterans where there were actually dogs and cats and that in the base with them, which I think was amazing. So I want to, as you know, I am a huge canine person, cat, bird, anything. I love them all. The lizards, the bees, say it, Randy.
Bugs and lizards. I do agree with you that you are a bit of a canine.
Hats off to everyone out there that made the life that we have possible today.
Well,
that's my spiel.
That was good. Yes, happy.
I have to say though, it touched me even more just watching all those vehicles and those people out there. And the streets are lined with people, and it is cold outside. And there's so many people out there that are just waving and cheering on these people, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing to see. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
It really is.
And we have a new email address, so Anthony's going to give you guys that.
Yeah, temporary.
It's a temporary.
No. We're using it for the show.
We're use it for now.
We can't hear you, Anthony.
I can hear
you. You can hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, for the radio stations going forward, ladies and gents, if you have any emails, any questions you want to send us, any comments, concerns, whatever it is, please send it to yourhomeyourmoney101 at gmail.com. All right, so again, our apologies for the last few weeks. We're having a bit of issues, so we decided just to go the the simple route. We got a Gmail account, so we shouldn't have any issues with that. Again, so it's your home, your money 101 at gmail.com. Any questions you might have. So yeah, that's what I got
Thanks,
for you.
Anthony.
Yes, thank you, Anthony. You know, I think we should do the spin because we've got 4 spins to do, and I would hate for us to run out of time at the end since we did start late today. You know, there's a Veterans Day parade there that sort of slowed things down. We had to do a little bit of software updates, and yeah, so we apologize for being a little bit late, but I think we should do the spin so that they are done, and
Yeah.
we can then have the winners for the spin. Can you see this, Mike?
Oh, yeah, if you just, there you go, perfect.
Once
Okay.
you start talking, we
So-
know that's the end of everything, right, Anthony?
Anthony, don't listen to her. She will corrupt you.
Well, you did go pretty long today, Jackie. I was gonna ask if you were breathing earlier, but
Just move it to your right, Randy.
Anthony,
And perfect, okay.
sorry, Jackie.
you can't be Switzerland. You dig at him and me. We got to partner up here, man. He's way more powerful with the digs than we are.
That's true. And if I were you, there's no sense partnering up with Jackie because you'll lose either way. So you might as well just partner with me, be on the winning team, and be done. I think that's the way to go. That's what I would suggest, anyways.
So, Anthony, sorry, one more time the email address so people make sure everybody's got it.
So your home, your money 101 at gmail.com.
Okay.
Your home, your money 101 at gmail.com.
Okay, so you know what? For those of you that may want to see us as opposed to just listen to us, you can also follow along on YouTube. And you just go to YouTube and punch in Your Team Pros, and up we should pop. And yeah, that should be good. Yeah, so the mics aren't attached to the table, so it's not as bad as when it was before.
Oh, so if I'm clicking my pen, you're saying you don't hear it?
Well, you'll catch it, but it won't be as bad as before, where the mics are sort of where it's going through the mic
okay.
wires and all that stuff.
So now I don't have a reason to hit you like this to tell you?
Yeah, try not to do that
shoot.
though.
I
It
gotta
is
find
abuse,
another reason
and
now
you
then.
are on camera, so I could have you put in
I
jail.
do. Jail would be arrest.
Would it? You would get arrested to go to jail. I agree.
27 years of taking care of you, being your wife, your mother, your
You're not
confidant,
my mother.
your
Stop
friend.
with that.
I've
We've
been
already
everything.
had that conversation.
I know.
I do
and
stuff to you that I would never do with my mother. So let's
I'm
put that
talking
aside.
about the whole catering to you, not.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness! You have to
But
bring that in.
Before we go any further down this road, we do have an email from Pam. Pam says, "Hey, your team, is this email working?" So yes, Pam, it is working. We got your message. Thank you for sending. She says, "Thank you, Jackie, for the very kind words about our veterans and folks currently serving in our military. That was very nice of you. Be well."
Oh, thanks,
So thank
Pam.
you, Pam.
Thank you,
I think
Pam.
we have to have appreciation for people that have done so much in the world and in our society, and sometimes, especially right now in the world, I won't just say real estate, but we all know real estate is taking a heavy hit right now with the interest rates and the prices gone up so high. A lot of people are sitting on the sidelines waiting, scared, to put their money on something, and I don't blame them. It's a very scary time. But I think, when times get like this, I guess we need to become a little spiritual, let's say, and give gratitude that, because some days I think, oh my goodness, nothing's going right, and, why me? And I stop that. It's no longer why me, it's why not me? If it's not me, it's somebody else. So why not me, right? And you take on that attitude and just be grateful every day that, we wake up, we're breathing, we got a roof over our head, we got food, we got transportation. There's some people out there that have nothing.
You have an amazing husband.
And I know some people think, oh, these people, some of them have nothing because it's their own doing, but,
Yeah, it's still unfortunate.
well, I don't, it's mental illness, right? So is it really their own doing? We got a huge problem with mental illness in this country, but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, because if I do, it's over.
There was a video, I want to do this draw, but there was a video that I was watching. Actually, I could probably pull it up right now, where, is it Pierre Polyev was saying that right now, middle class people who actually have jobs, who are actually blue collar workers and things of that nature, are found homeless now.
Yeah.
The middle class, and I had said this a little while ago, that this whole transformation of wealth vehicle that they did with this QE stuff, which, that whole thing, took a lot of money out of the system. They put a lot in, and then musical chairs got everybody caught, then just started sucking the money back out of the system. And therefore, there's not enough money to go around, so a portion of the population has to go under. And that's just the thing. And so now, back then I said the middle class is going to be a poverty line. And then, the upper middle class is now the middle class. Or lower middle class, and everybody sort of shifted down one, and the people who had the cash in their accounts are the winners. And so it's really unfortunate that our economy sort of works like that. But I think, one of the things that we really should come out of this with is to be able to teach our children that this is the way that capitalism is run. You really have to be very careful. And cash needs to become something that you have there for those emergencies that are going to come up. And I'm not talking about emergency, I need a new fridge or I need a new, no, emergency where our government or our monetary policies are going to make a shift, and they are going to, what Tiff Macklin, the Bank of Canada, would say is that it's going to cause some pain. In other words, they're going to bankrupt people, and people are going to lose their homes and lose their jobs and lose their cars and end up homeless. This is the policy move that they're making when they say they're going to cause a little bit of pain. So our children have to understand that this is one of the downfalls of being part of a capitalist society. I still think it's kind of better than being in a communist society, because then you're always poor and you're waiting for the government handout. So at least you have an opportunity to collect cash and then be rich. So we have to kind of look at the positive too, but the unfortunate negative right now is that we're at a point where pain, what they call pain, is really important, where they're restricting the money supply and bankrupting people. And I honestly, in my heart of hearts, believe it was planned, but it's not. It's not a planned thing. I just think that it's a consequence of the actions that they perform. And so if you ever hear that QE is being enforced and the Bank of Canada is taking on these measures, be very, very cautious of the next few years. It'll be, that's when you got to start collecting your nuts and not spending them, because QE comes and then QT, quantitative easing, and quantitative tightening comes. And what that means is that they take a basket of money and they put it on the table and let everybody eat from it, and that's the QE. And the QT is when they take back, quantitative tightening, they take back the basket of money, and everybody got bigger cars, bigger houses, bigger this, but that money's not floating in the economy anymore. And so people are like, well, how am I going to pay this? How am I going to pay that? Because that money's just not available in the economy anymore. The banks tighten, the Bank of Canada tightens, jobs are lost, and everything becomes more expensive, but there's less money, and it's a scary time. So I think the best thing that we could do right now is to teach our kids this lesson, not to fear it, but to know it, to understand, and to plan for it, because it is going to happen to them, because this stuff happens to every generation. And what happens is, I guess they do it and then wait 20 years or 15 years or something, then do it again. I don't quite understand what it's all about, but it seems like everybody's okay with it. So this is part of the process. And it's happened in our lives before, but at that time we were just kind of getting ready to get going. So we didn't really notice it or know what was going on. But now that we're more established, we know what's going on, and it hurts, and we're here. So I want to do this draw now for everyone, and what it is this circle. You can't see the names on it, but what it is these are the people who entered in through our grand opening, and we have three prizes. Actually, maybe we have three prizes. Maybe we should actually get them. I never even thought of that.
I can
so maybe,
get them.
yeah, the three of them, and we'll put them there. But that might cause a disturbance with Mike. But we'll see what we can do. But what we'll do first, we'll do the October draw for the people who. You want it more on an angle there, Mike? So for the people who...
Can you put it in the same position you just had it? I had it all set up. And
okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm just not sure what
Okay, move it to your left.
to my left?
That's perfect.
Okay. And so this is for the October draw. This is where you could win $25 from Amazon. And also you get to tell us what company you would like the donation to go to.
What charity?
What charity you would like the donation to go to, and then we do a donation to a charity. Yeah, let's go. Let's get right to the draw. So this is for the $25 gift certificate. Okay. Sorry, $25. What is
Amazon.
that? Amazon card. Okay, let's see who's going to win this. Let's go. It's hard to do it upside down. And we got a winner. Oh, wow. Sue B. So yay, way to go, Sue, congratulations.
But is that the only Sue?
So it's Sue B. It's Sue B. So,
And
so that.
folks, you could give the last name. That would help a lot. You can give the
think I
last
know.
name. That's no
Okay,
problem.
we would have, Amanda has all that stuff. So we don't have it. So if there's ever a conflict, she makes sure that she adds another initial or that in there. But I guess we can give the last names from now on. That's fine. So that's the winner, the $25 Amazon winner. And plus you get to choose what charity you want to donate to. And I think there were 17 participants. So, I think that's a $17.
Which we will do on your behalf, in your name, at whatever charity you choose.
Cool. So now we're going to spin 3 times. And what we'll do is that these are, well, you can't see them, but these are the 3.
Yeah, Mike can put them on, Mike.
Yeah, he might
no
be
problem.
able to, but
Can you
these
make
are
it
the
spin a little
3.
longer, Randy, so it just looks more random. It was pretty quick on that first spin.
Oh, I wouldn't even know how to do that,
Oh, yeah,
Mike.
no issues.
Not at this point, but
For future draws, we'll do that for sure.
okay, yeah, if there's a way to
Like
do
a
that.
30-second spin, and it's very random. And then
Let's do this one first.
Okay, and so,
Go in
yeah,
order.
hold on. Okay, so we have, as I have a path here, sweetheart. We
Maybe
have,
they don't want to see you.
we have 3 draws to make. These are for the people who came to the grand opening, and what they did is submitted their information. So I'm going to give a little bit of backstory on this, is that we had to try to figure out what it is that we really wanted to accomplish. If our main goal is not really buying and selling homes, and I know all you entrepreneurs out there say they're crazy, but if our goal is not really to buy and sell homes, what is it? And our goal is to help people. So now we came up with this idea, well, if we're going to help people, we need to be able to communicate with them. We're going to need to be able to get them information. So sometimes we'll do a social post. Sometimes we'll send out an email. Sometimes we'll call our clients. Sometimes we'll text them. Sometimes we'll meet them face to face. So for those reasons, we need their names, their phone numbers, their address, their that. And so these ways to communicate with the people are all sort of one data point. And then we said, hey, what's the most special day of the year? That's their birthday. So if we have their birthday and all these ways to communicate with them, they move up the ladder to our VIP status. Now, our VIP status will get some stuff that's special. So right now, since we've decided to move to this direction, we now have 2 official VIPs, which is pretty cool. And so I just found out this morning that we have our second. So our first one was Reiner, and we are currently looking at what we can do to differentiate our VIPs from the rest of the people. And what really that VIP really means is that they actually know us, like us, trust us, and they know that if they were ever to tell anyone, that needed our help, that to get our help, they trust that those people will get the best advice available, and they won't get a salesperson looking to make a commission. And so we are looking to build up a war chest of VIPs, and that's going to be our mission moving forward. So what we did is we, for the grand opening, we had these draws, and for every piece of information that you give us, you get to enter into the draw for one ballot. And so now we have, how I'm going to identify these prizes is we have the blue prize, the red prize, and the gold prize, and they're
This is a
basically
baking one.
the blue one's a baking one, the red one's a what?
Bourbon.
Bourbon and whatever. And the other one,
A lot of chocolates
a lot
in
of
it.
chocolates and stuff like that.
And a little basket you can put your tissue in a bathroom, whatever. It's a cute little, but it's a laundry basket, but it is way too small for a laundry basket.
Yeah, so let's get right down to it and do our first spin and
And
see.
not this one, right, Randy? You're doing this one, right?
Yeah, the blue one. We're going to do the blue one first. And you didn't get in Mike's way there, right?
No, you're fine. You're good.
Okay, let's
got a
do
close-up
the
of your
spin.
computer?
Ready? First
Yours,
person.
I thought it was only 17 people for that one. You got it.
No. Delroy. What? Okay, so Delroy, which is really cool, he's our second VIP, and right off the bat, he wins. I think that's absolutely
Yeah,
wonderful. Congratulations, Delroy. We will definitely get in touch with you and get you your prize. That's awesome. So now the next one, let's remember all
Biggie.
instances. Okay. And let's do our second one. This is for the red prize. And what's that? Can you read that on the screen?
Let me see, Randy.
Is that
Turn it this way.
Padma?
Padma. P-A-D-M-A. P-A-D-M-A is the winner of the red prize. Congratulations. And we will get in touch with you and we will get you your prize. And let's now get the last one. Sorry, Mike, I keep moving this all around.
You're good.
Okay, and now for the big, huge gold prize. Whoa, Ken.
Ken. Oh, are
Ken.
you serious? I think that's Ken. I think he lives upstairs in the
Yeah,
building.
yeah.
Ken and Joe, I think. Yeah.
Excellent. Oh,
that
Ken
is
and Joe,
sweet.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think they're gone away, too.
Oh, you're right. They were going away.
So there's our 4 winners for the day. So it's absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much for participating and coming and supporting us on our grand opening. Now, we want to have a Christmas event. We just haven't figured it out. We're not sure. I think we might make it more about kids than about our clients. So we're going to see. We're going to see.
It's going to be kid friendly for sure. Where I haven't started at it yet. We've been really busy getting this office up and going, so I have to think of some ideas. But we would definitely have some nice activities that the kids can do and take back with them.
Yeah.
And it'll give some other people a chance to come in and see our office and see what we do as a team and what we offer
and who we are.
And just get our word out there, because we're just realtors that love what we do, and we do it from our hearts, and we do it to help people.
Yeah.
And people will say, yeah, you get paid. Yeah, we do. But if there's many times I don't get paid and I help people.
Anyways.
Yeah, and it's more like Randy said, for us it's more like we believe everybody deserves to have a secure, comfortable place to live. However you get to achieve that, and that's what we want to do. We want to help people. And of course we're stationed in Oshawa, but we sell everywhere. But we want to help Oshawa as well and make it, because it's a great city here and people just don't know all the things that it has to offer. They have an amazing mayor that we got to meet in person last week when he came to the grand opening, did the ribbon cutting with us. He is an amazing, amazing, nice person, and his wife, and they're dedicated to Oshawa, and we want to be right in there with them. So I'm also going to be telling you, I'm not sure today or one day this week, I'm going to do a live on your team on Facebook, and I'm just going to do a quick walk through the office for those people that maybe can't get in here in person to meet us and see us. So I'll do a walkthrough so everybody can kind of see what we've done here and get a look at who we are, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. Sounds interesting.
Yes, very interesting. You know me, right? Yeah. And I wanted to go right into a story.
Oh, wait. Before you get into that.
I'm sorry.
A few emails. We had an email back when Randy was doing a soliloquy earlier from James. James says, Randy, please tell us what you do to Jackie. That was earlier when you were referencing, I think, the mother thing. He also goes on to say, the real estate market is still so messed up. Time to forget about a home. Move on, folks. So Jackie, before you kind of go on with what you're gonna say, I just want to touch on that a little bit with the whole housing thing and kind of what Randy was saying earlier, where the middle class people are being found to be pretty much homeless. And I was kind of thinking about that, like 30, 40, 50 years ago, you could have a one-income family. Today, if you have a one-income family, can you actually still afford to live anywhere? Like, you're making, if you're lucky, you're making $2,000 a week. That's $4,000 a month, and then rent alone might be cost you $3,000 for that. So to live right now, it is a bit. I don't know. To me, it is tough if you don't have things planned out and have a plan.
Yeah. Two-family income. Listen.
That's not even cutting it anymore.
Yeah. So I'm just going to tell you, it's going to get worse. I mean, I don't want to be that bearer, bad news guy, but it's going to get worse.
Bad news bears?
All you got to do is really think about this, and we've talked about this on the show before. When you were a child, when you were younger, you could take a nickel and go to the store and buy a whole bunch of stuff. You could take a quarter, you could get a bag of chips and a pop. And today a bag of chips is $3 or something like that for one you walk into a store. Your pop is $2. So you need $5, not 5 cents, not 25 cents. You need like $5 to do a pop and a chip.
You need a bill.
So this, and as a matter of fact, pennies don't even exist anymore, right? Pretty soon it'll just be loonies and toonies, and then it's going to be fiveys. I don't know what the heck they're going to call that. But that's how the world works. That's how our world works, anyways, here in Canada, United States, and any of the G20. That's how it works. And sometimes there comes a time when you need a wheelbarrow of money in order to get a loaf of bread. So you have to understand that that's just how things work. Year one, you need our country needs, let's call it $1 billion to floating in the economy to have people happy. And in year two, they need $1.1 billion, and then year three they need $1.3 billion, and it just goes on. So the prices of things move up. The price of gum, the price of milk, the price of gas, cars, everything. So this is the starting point for some people. For other people like us, it's the ending point. This is like, it feels crazy, it's insane, it's whatever. But for the people starting out, it just is what it is. And they are going to go through this same cycle in 25 years or 30 years or whatever, and they're going to say, holy smokes, how did things get so expensive? That's going to continue. So knowing that that's the way it is, you should be able to make plans around that. And I think that's really where we need to be if we're going to try to find a positive out of it. I mean, it feels horrible, and I actually think it's pretty twisted, the way in which they've accelerated it, because it would have happened naturally anyways, but, giving zero interest rates and giving the government unlimited spending and having everybody not work, all the breaking the supply chains and all that stuff, because if nobody's allowed to work, the supply chains are broken. Because the factories aren't working, right? And the drivers aren't working. So the supply chain's broken. So you broke the supply chain, you made interest rate pretty much free, and then you pumped a lot of money into the system, and then you're surprised that inflation went through the roof. It's really kind of silly when you sit back and you look at it, that they turn around and they say, no, because we came out of COVID and we had spending money, that's the reason why inflation. That's not the reason why inflation is like that. It's a fairly small part of the reason. The real reason is the policies and procedures that you put in place that cause this. Unlimited spending causes this, and you gave the government unlimited spending. You gave them you married the monetary policy with the fiscal policy, and that's where we're at. And so, unfortunately, this is what we have to live with. And so now it's a matter of how do we survive it? Because the truth of the matter is now you have, as Anthony was just touching on, you have people who have jobs that can't afford rent. If it's not a two-family income, they can't afford rent. Imagine that, you go out and you work hard, you make $3,000, $4,000 a month. Your car costs you $1,000, and your rent is the other $3,000.
Yeah.
And, well, forget about the taxes that the government has taken out of your check. But you don't got money left over for food or nothing, or for gas or nothing. And so, yeah, it's tough. And so you have to have a partner there so that you can try to split those costs and make things work. So it's a tough time.
Yeah, it's, and I said it once and I'll say it again. The sad part of all of it is that but kids are really being affected by this a lot. I mean, they're losing their extracurricular, they're losing, that time, their dance or whatever, which is so important for kids these days, to have those activities and be able to socialize with people. Mm-hmm. And,
especially
Tim
in this
Macklin,
day and age.
You're taken away from all these kids. Never mind, you probably don't care about us adults, but I feel bad because, like our kids and our generation, whatever, I'm sure most of our kids grew up doing things. And it's funny because I was helping my friend with her grandson's birthday party yesterday, and I met up with someone I hadn't seen in a while. and she's teaching kindergarten, and she said you can really see what the COVID and everything did to these kids, because they're in kindergarten. She said a lot of them are not even speaking properly. They are not potty trained. It's a big repercussion of what's happened during COVID and what's going to continue to happen, that these kids, they got no socialization skills or anything, right? And I mean, a lot of people call them COVID babies, right? So it's tough right now.
It is tough.
And like you said, it's only going to get a little tougher.
It's going to get tougher. And what compounds it is that the whole thing where the socialization part of it, which we are social animals. So that's kind of how we work. That's how our brain functions the best. And so, it's really, really unfortunate that that we couldn't be social at that time, and their kids have missed that part of their lives. And now, at a time when we need to make up for it with our children, unfortunately, you can't afford it anymore, because if for any of you that do that, if your child's into hockey, if your child's into soccer, if your child's into dance, you need a mortgage in order to keep them in there. You're going to need between $10,000 to $30,000 a year just for that activity, and then for your children. And if you have a couple of children, look out. It's a very, very expensive venture. It was expensive back in our day, but now it's even more expensive.
Yeah.
And then you've got all your other expenses on top of that, with rent being high. If you had $1 million mortgage and you were paying $4,200 and you thought that was high, and that's not taxes and all that stuff, because don't forget, the government says, yeah, it's really hard. We need more affordable housing, but they up your taxes. So yeah, we need more affordable housing, but we're going to charge you more money so that we can have money to make affordable housing. Insane, not happening.
So,
it's just talk. And then, but I just wanted to say that, so when your mortgage moved from 2% to 6%, your mortgage went from $4,400 to $6,400.
Yeah.
So that's like $2,200 difference.
And who was expecting that and has that extra money just sitting there every month?
$2,200 just
and that's
gone
not your
every
groceries
month.
and everything that's gone up as well.
$25,000 a year, actually more, 20.
That's almost some people's income.
Almost. Extra. This isn't your full mortgage. This is the extra payment, $25,000 more a year. It's going to cost you to live in the same home because of the monetary policies that are being carried out. And this is why some people are coming to you. Now, I want everybody out there to be a little bit careful. I had a very bright gentleman in my office, a very bright mortgage gentleman who writes some really awesome articles and is getting some good recognition. And he is following what the banks are saying. The banks are saying, no, the interest rate's got to drop this spring. Listen, I'm just telling you, it's possible that they could, but these people are banking futures on this, that this is how it's going to happen. And I am telling you, the real estate market that I know, so I've been licensed, I got my, started in 88.
In the dinosaur ages.
It usually works in 7 to 9 year cycles. And we haven't had a cycle since 1996. It's just been uphill from there. So then for people to think that we're just going to have a downhill cycle for a few months or a year in something, I'm thinking that sounds a little short-sighted. So be careful with all the optimism that people are using out there. I think that it's really important that you buckle down and you really try to figure out what creative ways you can do to stay alive.
I think this is like having open heart surgery in a way where, you have it, it happens in a few hours and you're out, but it's a lifetime of changes and months of recovery. And it's sort of the same thing where it may be a slow, when it does start coming up, a slow, hard,
It may be.
slippery mountain to climb.
It may be. Well, we are seeing power of sales go through the roof now. They're over power sales are over 100% higher. I think 120 something percent higher than they were last year at this time. So
Yeah.
I will say that, not to be a sensationalist, but the power of sales numbers still seem fairly low. But that's the actual total number. You say, oh, that doesn't affect anything. But that's in a really short period of time that they've climbed 100%. So are they going to continue to climb like that? I believe they are.
Okay, take a breath. Yeah, again, numbers. You got to take a grain of salt with numbers, right? It's 100% now based off of if so. For example, if there was
Last year.
two, if there was two all of last year, and now there's four this year, that's 100%.
Right.
But is that really what are the words? Does that really make sense overall, or is it just because numbers are so low? When you go for something such a small number to that, yes, 100%. Again, I'm not saying that it's not going to continue at that trend or even higher trend. We might get to 200% because it was so low. But yeah, it's just take a grain of salt with numbers for now. Where it probably I'm with you that it's going to get worse, but the numbers might be a little bit skewed at first. Hopefully,
Yeah, I agree with you because if they're really low, doubling it can happen a little quick. But I look at it from a slightly different angle than that. As one is that we know that what they call pain is people losing their houses. That's losing their house, the place where their family is, they are losing it. That's just devastating. So whether it's a small number or a big percentage, it really doesn't matter. People are losing their houses because of monetary policies. This is really not cool. And so whether the number is big or small, I don't like it at all. Did you get that?
Yeah.
I should write that one down.
Okay.
Whether the numbers are big or small, we don't like it at all.
Okay, so
Hey,
listen.
before sorry, there was one more email from a while back.
Okay.
A while back from Dave, basically saying, Pierre, how do you say, Poilievre? Pierre Poilievre is going to save this country. So I guess he's holding out hope that he can, I guess, outtake Trudeau.
Well, you gotta have hope, right?
I think he will. I think Trudeau.
I think everybody is done with him,
done with him.
possibly.
However, I'm not confident.
Even his
that
wife is done with him.
I'm not confident that Pierre
That was a take.
Poilievre is going to be any better, to be honest with you. I think that we have dug this big, massive hole, and I can't see how it can just come out of it with one person. I just don't know how, because you're talking the prices of homes are very expensive and the interest rates make them incredibly, ridiculously expensive. Rental prices are super expensive. How is he going to bring all that down? How are we going to get more housing in if we don't have enough people to work to do the housing? And then even if you did, the cost of the housing, just buying the materials to do it would be expensive. And then to try to get people to work to do it is going to be hard because it costs them too much to get to work. So they want more money if they're going to go enslave. And then therefore the cost of the housing is going to be expensive. It is really a mess right now. So I'm not sure if one person is going to fix that.
On that mess, there is a little town, I'm going to call it a town, named Cochrane, which is north, and they are right now going through the process of trying to sell some of the land they have for starting at $10 a lot. So it's all going through the process now. It has been approved, certain parts of it. They're just they have approved that yes, they can sell the land for as little as $10, and of course then you got to go through. It's not. Trust me, it's $10 and it sounds great. It might be $100, but it works both ways, right? Because now you got to pay the city to get permits and all this, and so it's helping the little town as well. There's only 3,021 people there, so if you want a small town vibe for your family, it's great. And they're also going to be giving property tax rebates for people that buy into the program. Right now, they're just trying to define how the program is going to work. But that's Cochrane, Ontario, little tiny cute town that is trying to offer up a way to help people get into the real estate. Mind you, like I said, you get the lot cheap, but then you got to be able to come up with the funds to build a house, pay all the permits and, everything like that. But I still think it's, they're trying, right? The program is going to extend from Madison to Hornapain. I said that fast because it sounded a little weird, that pronunciation. I'm not sure what it is.
They got the internet there?
Huh?
They got internet?
I would think so, because that's why I would think that they're considering themselves a great little place to live, and especially if you work from home, remote, and that's going to be happening for a while.
Internet. You gotta have good internet.
It's northeast of Timmins. Well, they probably do, Randy. Like just
and
because.
You probably need a snowmobile.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's fun. That's just some bonuses that go along with it, like the snow, the snowmobile, the kids making the snow. That's how I grew up. That was what you did. You went outside,
there were a lot of
and you found where I was
This
from.
is Alberta?
My whole 250 people that lived in my community. Yeah.
That's about 7 hours north of Toronto.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is,
Yeah,
Mike. About
maybe
seven and a half hours. Yeah.
So it's not a bad commute if you got to go into work once.
I just said
you
work
just-
from
Wait.
home.
The 3 days.
It's 7 hours north of where?
Toronto.
Timmins.
Do you know where Timmins is, Anthony?
Oh, Timmins. That's about Cochrane.
Yeah,
Cochrane's
Timmins.
in Alberta, right?
That would be, I think you have to go up Highway 12 or go up to 400 to Sudbury and then go, I think it's at least 2.5 hours north of Sudbury
Yeah.
to get to Timmins, and then be roughly about 7.5 hours, like Jackie was saying.
Yeah.
So
from
once
here.
you get there, well, first of all, wouldn't you need like a snowmobile to get there? Like you can get part way with a car?
You just don't know, do you? Hey, you've never really
Listen,
experienced a
I've
hard
been to
winter.
Sudbury. I remember I used to fly to
Yeah,
Sudbury.
I've been to Sudbury too.
And that's
You drove there once, and then you flew all the other
I flew
times.
all the other times because it was a
See,
ridiculous
you got to listen
drive.
to what this guy's saying, because he would have got you fooled thinking he was driving to Sudbury like once a week.
No, I drove to Sudbury a couple of times actually, not just once.
I think the summers would be really good, not too hot, not too muggy
Yeah.
like this
Yeah.
in Toronto. But your winters, you're going to have to prepare for some polar bear type winters.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's you're talking snow that's probably taller than the
Couple
trucks
feet.
on the side of the road. Like
Yep.
we're talking 4 to 6 feet of snow.
So,
Yeah.
hey, fellow Newfies, you can go up there and feel like you're home.
Minus the wind.
Yeah, and
There
we
you
could
go.
all move up there, us Newfies, and have our own little Newfoundland up there.
It
Yeah.
is nice if you have a family and you have friends
Yeah.
around, but you're talking about going somewhere where you know no one. So it's a little
Yeah,
bit of a
but
tall
it's
order.
not
but
like
if
you're
you
trying
are
to
a
get to
hobbit-
know a million people either. It's like a little over 5,000 people there.
If you are a hobbit, I think it's a great idea.
Oh, work for
Just
me
so-
then.
Just so you guys know, we got one more email before you.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
So we got one. This is from Ken. It starts off, Randy, are you nuts?
Yes.
Have you not been following Poliere's platform? He's ending the carbon tax, getting rid of any COVID protocols, fire the Bank of Canada staff, get rid of Bill C-11 that may affect your internet shows, podcasts, etc. Lower taxes by cutting fat in the government, giving new business tax breaks to get the economy going, and the list goes on and on. Right now, in 14 different polls in Canada, he leads with a 73% approval rating, and the majority of the pollsters are Liberal. Liberal cabinet ministers are supporting him. What rocks are you living under?
Okay, Ken,
No,
I
but
want to answer
you're
once
missing-
for
you're
my
missing my
husband
point,
here.
Ken.
And you know what that is that don't they all promise all kinds of stuff?
Yep.
When election time is coming around, Ken?
Yep.
They all, what is the big platforms that I don't know about right now, because I try to stay out of the whole politics thing. What do they usually go out there and talk about?
He said
the
he was going to
kids,
fire Bank of Canada.
daycare, and the seniors. Every flipping time election comes around, somebody is out there saying they're going to do something about it. And have they? No, they haven't. There's seniors out there that can't get enough to eat every day. There's people out there that can't afford childcare. Give me a break.
Let-
You know what? I'll believe it when I actually see it happening.
So Ken, you got her stirred up.
Yeah, because they all tell you what you want to hear. That's the name of the game. It's all BS.
And I'm going to support that, Ken. I'm going to say that, yes, I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's a much better alternative to Justin
But what is he
Trudeau.
going to get in there to do?
However, I think, Ken, once you've dug a 10-foot hole, climbing out of it is no fun. It's not fun. And sometimes you might not even be able to climb out of it unless somebody comes to help you. We've got a 10-foot hole. So he goes and does all this stuff. It's a drop in the bucket. We've already got homes. Our average price is like $1.4 million for a detached home, Ken. And with the interest rates at 6%, it's insane. So I don't know, and I'm speaking strictly from a real estate point of view, that I do not believe is going to be solved with these things that you rhymed off
let's
there.
hope.
But
Let's
I
hope,
do
but-
think that it's a better alternative than what we have. Don't get me wrong. But my concern isn't him making these promises or even carrying out these promises. My concern is, can you hear those tanks?
Oh,
There's a
there they
tank going
go.
up the street right there.
They're all going because they're circling
Can you
back.
guys feel the rumble? The tanks. It's kind of cool.
There they
there's
go. Look
another
at that.
one.
Oh, they're going fast.
It's pretty cool. So
We can watch it right from our window. Oh, yeah, you feel the
another
ground
tank.
rumbling? My
Holy smokes.
seat is rumbling.
It's incredible. But
That is the
but
coolest
Ken,
thing. Sorry. Oh, look at that. Sorry.
I think you are right, Ken. Let's stay focused because they
Yeah.
can't see it. I think you are right, Ken. That yes, it's a better alternative for us, and the things that he's saying is good. I think we need more. I think we need to stop supporting war and sending $1 billion out here to help with that war and $1 billion here to help with that
help
war.
not us, but Canadians first.
Let's take care of home first, and then go out there and try to save the world. And one thing I will let you know, Ken, is the carbon tax is saving us. This is why it's
Oh my
so
Ken,
cold.
why did you mention the bloody carbon tax?
If we didn't have carbon tax right
Out
now, it
comes
would be
the dry
hot.
jokes.
The Arctic would be turned into a hot tub. Everything would be horrible. So, you know what else is really funny about this carbon tax? How the heck do they even get away with this crap? When he says that the carbon tax, everybody gets their money back. If everybody's getting the money that they put into the carbon tax, what the heck are you taking it from
But not
them for?
everybody is getting it. They're saying
No, but
people are
that's what
getting
they're
a
saying.
rebate,
They're
but we don't
getting-
all get it.
They're getting their money back. Like,
I never
hold
get
on. So
anything
you're
from the
taking it to
government.
give it back? Like, give me a break.
Who are they going to give it to? People that don't, it doesn't even affect. Watch. The same thing with anything else.
it's
When
just
they gave
stupid.
back some transportation thing and people riding the bloody bus got it.
Yeah, exactly. When they gave back, that's right, for the
like
cars.
people that didn't even own a vehicle
car were getting rebates
getting
for cars.
but I own a vehicle and I
And
didn't even get
we
one.
Didn't get one. But anyways, that's actually funny. I do want to say something right now. What time is it? Oh shoot, the show is
I know,
done.
I know. I got so many
Listen,
stories today.
If anybody, today is the Fall Cottage Life Show. The Fall Cottage Life Show at the International Center in Mississauga.
For how long,
It's
Randy?
on for today and tomorrow. Is the last 2 days of it. It was yesterday, today, and tomorrow. It costs $18 an adult to get in and something for kids. We have 6 tickets that we can give away. We can email them to you. All you got to do is let us know that you would like them. They're complimentary tickets. They're basically, and they come in pairs. So for each pair, it's like $36. So it's a good savings, and then you get to go to the Fall Cottage Show on us, your team homes, your team pros. So you get to go to the home show.
It's called the senior moment.
It's called a senior moment. So just send us an email. We will email you the tickets. But what I will need is your name, first, last name, your email address, and your snail mail, your home address. Those are the 3 things that they require for us to send out. the link for the tickets, and then you can either trap it on your phone or print it off, and away you go. So, and for the people who already got their home shows, have a good one. Yeah.
Bye for now. Happy Remembrance Day. And
Yes.
yeah.
Anthony, take us out.
All right. So you can send those emails to yourhomeyourmoney101@gmail.com. Thanks again for being with us today. If you have any questions, send an email during the week about that as well. As always, it's been Your Home, Your Money, and Our Lives on reallyradio101.com. Have a
Bye
great week.
Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to Your Home, Your Money with your hosts, Randy, Jackie, and Anthony, right here on Reality Radio 101.